Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. And so when a phone is good, it's okay to stick with it. This is 3 months with the LG G8 and it has been great the entire time of use. So I wanted to kick off a 3-month review of this phone, and it's going to be really easy because this phone is a phone that is truly one of a kind with some of the best cameras you could ever ask for on a device. I've tested a lot of cell phones and I own a lot of cell phones, and none of them really has grabbed my attention as much as the G8. The G8 is priced right. It's got all the latest internals that a person could possibly want, which is 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, SD card slot, fingerprint reader, Snapdragon 855, a headphone jack with a quad DAC, kind of a boom sound stereo speaker setup they have going on, a quad HD display. It's IP68, it has wireless charging, it has everything a person could possibly want in a flagship today, if you want to use that terminology, flagship. Well, not a lot of phones have been able to grab my attention this long, and I really appreciate LG keeping the phone on track with security updates and things like that, and just the phone running really smooth. I have yet to have any issues with this phone. This is one of the few phones in the catalog that I have no problems with, and I didn't mention facial recognition, but it does have very fast facial recognition, and it works in the dark as well. So it's important to know that this phone is something special, if you will. It's kind of in a league of its own because of the pricing for it, and it's offering all the bang for the buck that you could possibly ask for. So why have I been continuously using it for 3 months? Well, like I said at the beginning of the video, if it just works, you should just keep using it. But since I'm a tech reviewer, I have to have a go-to phone, and this phone is kind of a universal. It's a master of many things. Again, I've been recently using it with my Sony headphones. Beautiful. I mean, the quad DAC is ridiculous. The size of this phone is actually really good. Even though it has a 6.1-inch quad HD display, it's actually a beautiful OLED display, I might add too, and it's not too big. Some phones can be too big in size and some phones can be too small in size, but LG has done a great job with this device right here. I took this phone out to the beach with me recently and shot some video and just did a bunch of different things with the phone, and I think it's truly amazing how well this phone holds up. Battery life is really solid. There's just nothing that I really dislike about this phone at this point. I used to complain about it being slippery, but you know, throw a case on it. Haven't found any skins for it, but honestly, there's a lot of me that doesn't want to cover up this beautiful color of this phone. It's just one of those things. So, you know, again, for me, cameras are important because I shoot a lot of video, and if I want to shoot a video with this phone, I've got total control over the camera, meaning I can go into manual mode. The camera also shoots portrait video, and I've done a couple of videos like that. It has an ultra wide angle lens that you can switch to. It records in 4K at 60 frames per second. I mean, what can't this phone do? I don't know. There is a lot to like about this phone, and I've been recommending this phone since day one of getting my hands on it, and honestly, I haven't seen too many bad reviews on this phone. Not that I watch a lot of reviews, but this is a phone that, you know, it just works, and it's definitely a phone that I would recommend to people. If you're on T-Mobile and you want probably one of the best phones on T-Mobile, this is probably the best bang for buck when you get into, if you want to look at a flagship device. Meaning, I can recommend this over the S10e and all these other S10, the S10 Plus, if you're looking to save some cash and get a powerhouse device. It's just that good. Now, design is subjective. Some people might not like the cutout at the top, but you know, I don't even notice it actually. After the 3 months of using it, I don't even notice it. So it's important to note that this is just my opinion on this, and you're totally free to disagree. I understand if you do, but I'm giving you my recommendation off of owning this phone since it first came out. This is the exact same phone. Even though you see a lot of cases and screen protection things going on and off, this is the exact same phone that I got and I unboxed back in April or something like that, April 10th, or I got it on April 9th or 8th, I don't know, but It is now July 14th, and this is the same phone. It's still working. I have no problems with it. It's running good. The software on here is, how can I say it, fast. Don't really bother yourself with what you hear about people saying, the software is buggy or it's bad or whatever. LG skin is bad. I wouldn't worry too much about that, because this software is blazing fast, and it's pretty much just like a stock Android experience with just a tweak to the icon pack. And that's where you're gonna have to start looking at these things if you're looking at software on devices. If you don't have a Pixel device, then every other phone is pretty much skinned, and that's just how it is. So I would tell you that if you're looking for a solid phone on T-Mobile, even AT&T, I don't know how the AT&T version is, but I would tell you, I would go so far as to say, you know what, the LG G8 is stunning in hardware. The screen is beautiful. Everything about it is just awesome. So 3 months with this phone, what can I say, man? It's a powerhouse device, totally worth the money. Totally worth the money, and it is one of the more affordable flagships you can actually get in the United States. So it's your man Jay. Wanted to give you a quick follow-up video. 3 months later with the LG G8, I've used this phone to record tons of videos on my channel, and it's just been a fantastic experience, and I don't ever see myself getting rid of it at this point. I think other than this phone, other than the Note 8, I kept the Note 8 for a year and a half or something like that before I sold it and got the Note 9. And then the iPhone 10 I still have, which I'll be probably swapping that out for the iPhone 11 or whatever it's called. But I can see this phone sticking around for a while. If they could release that 6-minute limit on the 4K at 60 FPS, I will be extremely happy. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.